Buddy, sorry I'm a little late. Can you guys hear me okay? To get my login code again. All right, who's all here? Craft a Simple Life. Tracy. And Melissa, Practically Creative. And T and CN is Colleen. My quilting friends. Thank you guys for coming by. I'm pretty good, Tracy. Just quiet day today. It was kind of muggy earlier and it got cloudier and now it's chilly. I'm having a one chilly day before we get back to warm weather. Before I get too far into this, though, I have to do one thing. My crafty friend, Bobby Joe, is doing a contest. Her channel is called Bobby Joe Made This by Hand. So you can go and find her channel and have a look at her contest. And I will try to put a link in the description box if YouTube allows me. But she knows about it, so I said I would do something for it. Oh, here, my Canada Day nails there. I got off. Oh, there we go. Camera. There we go. My thumb's white. One sparkly. There we go. Colleen said she wanted to see my nails, so that's why you get them. I just got them done on Monday. So, oh, hi, Kim. Kim Burrs is here, too. Thank you, Colleen. She says my nails are beautiful. And so does Tracy. Craft a Simple Life. So far, so good with my contest, everybody. I do have some new people, I guess, because I think when I started up, thank you, Kim. She liked my nails too. When I started the contest a couple weeks ago on the 15th or 16th, whenever I did it, I was at 475, and now I'm at 487. So a bunch of new people have come by, and I've got a few people commenting, which is good. I am going to carry on till the end of July with it, so I hope I get a few more people come by and subscribe. Thanks, Colleen, for putting links and everything for my contest around when we're in streams. I appreciate that tremendously. Oh, thanks, Colleen, for doing Bobby Joe. She's a fellow Canadian. So far, I've had 2 VRs done, video responses. One is from Callie G, one of my crafty friends. She lives in BC as well. And one from Thelma Hall, who lives in Alberta. She just did a VR yesterday, and Callie already sent me something, and I know that Thelma is going to send me something, but her daughter's getting married on Canada Day, so she is kind of a little bit busy right now, as you might think, so she's going to send it after. So once I get Thelma's, then I'll do a Happy Meal video of that, and then if I have any more subscribers, then I'll update it then. I made some notes. I want to make sure that I've got... Oh. Sorry, everybody. I got to put in... Just a minute. I started this without a pillow under my knee, and now it's painful. Hold on. My apologies. Ow. Oh, thank you, Melissa, for mentioning. I appreciate it. She said she mentioned me in her update this morning, but you don't have... That counts as a VR. I appreciate doing that. Okay, there we better. Yeah, Thelma's a sweetie, isn't she? Thanks for doing that, Colleen, for putting up the link. She's very gracious about sending things. She sent me this really cute little flower album that I've been putting a couple things in. I have to put pictures in once I get them up, printed up. That's probably a coming up project. Get that done. There we go. Oh, that knee's been bugging me today. On the plus side, though, I have August the 22nd, I have an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon. But the results of my MRI Yes, my meniscus is torn. Kind of figured that. So I have to get it fixed up somehow. I don't know. I have to talk to Dr. Gillis. He's been locally here in our town since 2016. My daughter had her ACL reconstructed in her right knee after she tore it playing soccer from the previous orthopedic surgeon who basically did her surgery and then retired. Because by the time it came to her 6-week check or whatever it was, this new guy was doing her 6-week check. Thanks for putting up all the links, Colleen. Oh yeah, thank you, Colleen. I kind of figured that was the case. We all sort of said so. My doctor said so. My physiotherapist said so. Just because it didn't heal all the way properly. I mean, it healed torn, basically. I mean, I can walk around almost completely fine, but not all the way and not very far. And every now and again, it does bother me. So there's no really way around it, unfortunately, other than getting it fixed up. We shall see. Anyway, so that was sort of all the stuff that I had to really tell you guys was contest update and what's been going on. For those people that you probably have seen me do those videos if you come by my channel, and Bobby Joe is one of the instigators of this Christmas 365 collaboration too. And we upload the last day of each month. And I've been working on ornaments. I haven't done, I'm not finished, but between painting and Mod Podge and having to let stuff dry in between, it's sort of, I do it like I'll go and I'll do 2 things and okay, that's got to dry. And then I go back and so I'll do a video of ornaments in progress, essentially. And then once I get them finished up and I'll put them away in my stash, I have to make a couple of small quilting projects, and then I have to start the next grad quilt. So eventually there'll be upcoming videos of that too, but it'll be sort of as the summer progresses. As far as Canada Day goes on Friday, we're just having a quiet, chill thing this year. Last year, because it was a nice day and we could actually get together again because of the whole, what's been going on for 2 years, we're not allowed to say on YouTube. We couldn't do anything. So last year we kind of had a bigger party and we put up lots of decorations and blah, blah, blah. And my husband, in the backyard, we have this stone circle thing with lava rock in it, and we can put fires in it, low, coals, not fire, but coals, right? And my husband puts up a spit. So he did, I think it was a pork roast. Anyway, we did potluck, and my niece and nephew and their family came, and it was more of a thing. Oh, hi, Stock Explorer. Comes by my channel sometime. I'm sorry, but I forget your name. That's bad of me. It's been a hard time remembering everybody's name. And oh yes, and Tracy says I've been dealing with my knee for a long time. Yeah, I wrecked it on February the 3rd. So that's how long I've been fiddling around with this. But it's the state of the medical system. And there's lots of people. Nora, right. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Stock Explorer. Nora, I will attempt to stick that in the old brain. Okay. As I get a little older, things slip. Oh, Tracy says it's supposed to be 30 in her area, Ontario. We had that last weekend. We had the AC going. It was Chilliwack was the hot spot on Sunday. It was the 5th hottest in the country at 34.4 degrees Celsius. But Friday's supposed to be 26, a perfectly nice day. We can sit outside on the back deck and have our little nibbles and chill, and it won't be dying of heat. It'll be just nice. We'll probably still have the AC on, mainly because of the dogs. The humans in the family can suck it up and go downstairs where it's cooler, but you guys have seen my videos if you come around enough that I have 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs, and they have a lot of fur, and they get really hot. Especially the old guy who's going to be 10 in a few weeks, and the last thing we need is to him have heat stroke, because that will probably just finish him off. So we're being extra careful, and we put on the AC just to make sure. So that's my Canada Day plans. Low key and casual this year. Sometimes we try to do up a big thing. Sometimes we don't. Years and years ago, our neighbors right next door used to have a big potluck, and they'd put a turkey in the fryer, and it was a huge, big thing. But they haven't done that for a number of years. There's going to be in one of the parks downtown. There's a whole bunch of soccer fields and baseball diamonds and stuff downtown. And the city celebration is there, and there'll be fireworks, and they're going to have selling hot dogs and face painting and bouncy castles and stuff for the kids. And I don't know, pick up soccer, I guess, if the fields are open. That type of idea. Everywhere in cities, municipalities, they do their own Canada Day thing, different types of things. There's always something going on in Ottawa. There's always a big ceremony at the Parliament buildings, and I guess locals go there, and tourists, I suppose, do. I don't know. It's always on TV, or I'm live stream, I think, somewhere. I have to look and see, but definitely on TV. Right, because there's a great big lawn outside the Parliament buildings, so they do stuff out there. Tracy would probably know better, being in Ontario. I was in Ottawa once when I was 10 to visit my aunt, so my memory's kind of dim. That was a long time ago. So over the rest of the weekend, we're just going to be chilling. And my husband might try to catch up on work a little bit on Monday, because his customers are in the States, and my American friends, you have your big thing on the 4th on Monday. So happy 4th in advance. But yeah, we pretty much do on Canada Day like what you guys do on the 4th. Same sort of deal. Sometimes people go camping, get out of town, whatever. Oh, Tracy says she's been to Montreal for the big celebration there for Canada Day. That's cool. When we were living in, thank you, Colleen. She says Happy Canada Day Friday. Before we moved here, we lived in the suburbs of Vancouver, and Nora, it's Friday, July 1st. It's always July 1st. There used to be a parade. Like, even when I was a kid growing up there was a parade. One part of where we used to live in the city was it was like a salmon fishing place. It's called Steveston is the area. And there was always a parade down there. Steveston sometimes gets filmed because it has old buildings, so sometimes you see it in movies and stuff. Once Upon a Time, I believe, used to film there a lot, because my daughter was a fan of the show, and her buddy went down there, and there was like fish and chip shops, and it's kind of a touristy thing. So that's where the parade usually goes. I don't know if it's going to happen on Friday or not, but it used to when we lived there, and I definitely remember going when I was a kid. Most likely it is, because now everything's relaxed for restrictions of stuff and things can happen. So probably it is. Oh, Patty G's joined us. Thanks, Patty. She saw Thelma Hall's shout out to me. Yeah, and she enjoys her videos. Thelma is the sweetest person. She's so busy all the time. She just crafts her little butt off, and she makes amazing stuff. And I've subscribed to her for ages. I always watch your videos. I don't always comment. I kind of suck on commenting sometimes. I'm really bad about that. So my apologies to people whose videos I have seen and I have not commented. Sometimes I just lurk. But I do watch. And I try to watch all the way through, and I try not to skip the ads unless I'm really impatient. Because I know you need those people that are monetized need that. So I try to do my little bit. Yes, Nora. Yeah. Always July 1st. Since 1867. Oh, and Nancy Guess is here. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, Tracy says she's very good at lurking too. I know. I just get lazy, I think, sometimes, and I realize, oh, I probably should have made a comment. I know it helps the algorithm. Oh, Tracy pays to not have ads. I've debated that. I don't know. I might someday. It doesn't really bother me that tremendously, but I might do it someday. I'm going to eventually do some videos about Canadian stuff. I just haven't had a chance to do anything yet. And I have to do a little bit of planning on them and how I want to exactly do them. And just time just gets away from me because it takes a bit more thinking than actually just chatting to you guys now or filming me quilting or something. And I will explore the origins of Canada Day in one of the videos. But in the meantime, Google. Wikipedia is your friend. Excuse me. Sorry. Why do I itchy nose? As soon as I get live, I get an itchy nose. Lori said that the other day. Quilting in the country. I was watching her video. She's itching away. Oh, that'll be cool, Tracy. She says, I bought a foundation paper piecing last night for a maple leaf that I want to do on a live if I can get my energy up. That would be cool. Even if you don't do it live, just if you can film some of it, I'd love to see that. I have done a couple of like mug mats for my sisters-in-law. And I had the pattern that had a maple leaf applique, which I did. And then I've also found like a maple leaf online in different sizes, and I've zoomed it up and down and I printed it off and made a little cardboard cutouts of it. So I have larger sizes of maple leaves that I can cut out paper with or whatever. Yeah, Colleen says it's a struggle. Lives cause it, she knows is LOL. Your foundation paper piecing maple leaf in some fashion so we can see it. I like to do foundation paper piecing. It's a bit foopy, which is why some people don't like it. And you sort of have to wrap your brain around it a little bit. And then once you've done it, it's like light bulb and it works. And it's like, oh yeah, I get it now. But you have to actually do it a little bit and then you can kind of figure out how it works. And it's not that hard. The trickiest thing I've done so far was that Bernie's Mountain Dog head. I'm sorry the light's kind of funny in here. The clouds are kind of coming and going. Melissa says they do. My nose always itches when I go live. It's a thing, I guess. I've never noticed it before. And then Lori mentioned it the other day. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It does. One of the parts of the next quilt I'm going to make is foundation paper piecing, the middle part. It's like a little star. It's a medallion style quilt, which means like a central motif and then stuff comes out of it. My quilting friends will understand this. Yes, Colleen. Foundation piecing is easy. Start small, work up to more pieces. Yeah, I just did like little triangle bits and stuff before, and I've done smaller things. And then this Bernie's Mountain Dog, I think it had 6 pieces. I had to, like, if you make this section, like section A, section B, and then you start putting them together. And that Hedwig one that I did for the bottom row of my sister-in-law's library quilt, I think I sewed Hedwig together 3 or 4 times. That was very frustrating. So that is probably just about as complicated as the Bernie's Mountain Dog. I cannot remember the name of the pattern. I'll put it up in the video. I'm just trying to think now. It's escaping me. The video I found was last summer from Tiny Orchard Quilts. That's her YouTube channel. And I think her name is Megan. I think. If any of you have seen her. And I don't remember if the pattern was free or if I bought it. I'll have to look that up. It might have been, I might have bought it as a PDF download. I can't remember because it was like last summer. And the quilt she did was like summertime. She used solids and she did yellows and like aquas. And her background was navy. This is going to be for my friend's son. And it is in the school colors that he went to. And my kids went there too. It's this green is, and also the camera, this is sucky. The Olds College one is it's a little bit too forest green. The green I need to use is like an emerald sort of green, but darker. I had a little bit of scrap fabric that I was going to start with, and basically that Megan says you can use your scraps up to do this quilt, like it'd be perfect for that. But I didn't have a lot of the colors I needed, because it's at the request of this kid that he wants it in the school colors, which are green and silver and black. Green, gray, and black, whatever you want to call it. So I actually matched up a thing of fabric that I had that was going to work. And I have one of them is a solid green. I forget which one it is. Kona something. They're all called some name. I don't know which one it was. And I had two of them. And I matched it to my daughter's hoodie, which one I was going to use. Oh, Colleen says she knows Tiny Orchard Quilts. It's Megan, right, Colleen? I'm not lying about that. I think. Anyway, and then I went to one of the local quilting stores because I'm using 3 greens and 3 grays, and I wanted to have them all like look together, like appropriately matchy. And I'm just using Kona Black, which I have to buy more of because I go through Kona Black. It's just the thing. So eventually I will do that. The middle part is foundation paper piecing because it makes this kind of funky star. And then the next part of it around is flying geese in some fashion. And I forget what the outside bit is. I took the pattern that I printed off and I took the fabric I had and I just shoved it in one of those clear 12 by 12 plastic boxes that I got at Michael's. Yes, Megan. Thank you, Colleen. I was right. Sometimes the memory is pretty good. Sometimes it's not. And I've left it. It's been away because I had to finish the Vegas Nights quilt first because I actually had the fabric. See, because of my knee, I haven't been around shopping because that's painful. I can walk for a little bit and I can shop for a little bit, but not a lot. And then my knee hurts and I can't do it anymore. So only intermittently I've been able to shop. My daughter and I went to that quilt store and I bought the green and the grays and I came home. That's it. I have to go back to the quilt store and get another round of fabric for my other grad quilt I have to do. So the reason I did the Vegas Nights quilt was first because I had the fabric, because I ordered it and it came online. So I had it. So that's why that one was first. Oh, Colleen says she had to check. She went blank. It sounded right. Oh, I want to say the pattern is called Sunny Skies or something like that. And she did it. Megan did it as a 4-part series last summer. Or maybe 5 parts. I forget. But I just followed along because I thought the pattern was cool. I'm like, oh, okay. And then when my friend's son said he wanted to do this quilt. Oh, sorry, I was adjusting again. My knee's hurting. He wanted to do the colors. And, oh, perfect, because she used 3 colors, or 3 variations of color, so I can do the same thing and it'll work. And she has in the pattern, she gives you like a blank pattern as you were, and then you can color how you want. Like you can do this thing completely scrappy if you want to. Go nuts. But she gives you like a little planning thing. So I got out my, oh, hi, Lynn. Good evening to you. Lynn's from the UK. She's another one of my quilting buddies. Thanks for coming, Lynn. Yeah, I did a bit of a surprise. I only started to put this up live I think I created it on Monday because I wasn't sure if I was going to have time. Usually I plan better, but I didn't quite get there this time. Sometimes life is quiet and sometimes it's not. The other thing I did recently too is use some of my Canada fabric. It is white with little small maple leaves on it, and I made Ferris a bandana. Several years ago, I had different Canada fabric, and I made one for Max because he's had one for ages. And last summer, when Ferris was 9 months old, I did not make him a bandana because he was prone to eating things at the time, like socks and stuff like that. Oh, there goes my phone. Sorry. So I didn't do it. But this past winter, just before I wrecked my knee, fortunately, I made him a St. Patrick's Day bandana, and he wore it no problem. It was a fight to get it on because it's a toy now, and his mouth's open. Okay, whatever. No, shut up. Put it on. Totally ignores it, just like a collar. It's fine. So okay, good. We're good for Canada Day. Lynn says she has just been to see her grandson sing in his church. Just got in. Can't be long. Haven't eaten yet. No problem, Lynn. Thanks for popping by. I do appreciate it. Thanks for coming. And that's really good. You got to see your grandson sing. Tomorrow or maybe later on, I'll put the dog's bandanas on and try to film them. Ferris is usually pretty good. He actually doesn't mind getting his picture taken, and he'll even stand there and pose and look cute. Maximus hates having his picture taken. He'll just bark. So I have tons of video of Max barking at me as I'm trying to film him. It's really a pain in the drain. Well, Lynn says it's nearly 8 p.m. here in the UK. Yeah, it's about 2 minutes to 12 here for me in British Columbia. Pacific time. I know most of my other quilty buddies are in various parts of Eastern Canada and the US. Except for Kathy. She's in Washington, so she's kind of near me. She's not here. She was doing a live a while ago. And I happened across it, but then I had to go get some work done and emails and stuff. So I didn't get to watch it. Alrighty, so... Oh, that's a good idea, Colleen. She says, I have a world clock on my desktop so I can see what time it is for Sylvia in the UK. Yeah, Sylvia Back. She's another one of our quilty friends, and she has a YouTube channel too, and she's doing a whole bunch of foundation paper piecing. You and Me and FPP? I think that's her channel name. She does good explanation, so if you can't wrap your mind around it, then watch her videos. Lynn says he was singing with his school. First big get-together for family since you know what. They were all great. Oh, wonderful, Lynn. That's fantastic. And Nancy says it's a little after 3 here in Kentucky. So, Nancy, are you on Eastern time then? Must be. Oh, and Colleen has Sylvia's channel up. Yeah, you and ampersand and, not AND, Me FPP. All right, since it's basically lunch, and I was going to try to keep this one short anyway, I'm going to say bye for now, everybody. I'll try to get something organized for endish of July live, just to see how things are going with the contest. And then, of course, I will do the draw in early August, as I said. We're not heading off camping till the 7th, so I have the whole week of August to get the draw done and put it up for you guys. Okay? Yes, agree, Lynn. Sylvia's very good at it. I think I've done a video on foundation paper piecing, but I really have a hard time getting the camera on where I sew. Just because how I have my room all set up, it's just difficult. And it's the really only way I can do the room setup, so I don't really have a choice. It makes it problematic to film, but I can't really do it another way, unfortunately. So I can kind of fudge it a little bit. But that's all. All right, anyway, I gotta go. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. All my quilty friends have showed up. And Nora, I appreciate you coming by. So that's it for now. I hope that over the course of July, I will get 15 more people to subscribe, and then I will have over 500. Thank you, Colleen. She was all excited for me. Earlier she thought I had 500, and I don't. But I'm getting there. Yay! I think I just have too much going on my channel. It messes people up. But that's okay. That's what playlists are for. Right? Oh, dog hair. Of course. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, bye everybody. Take care. See you around. I will try to see you around lives. No, for sure. Oh, I can't even freaking talk anymore. Anyway, I gotta go. Anyway, bye guys. Take care. Thanks for coming.